All right, everyone, buckle up because we're diving deep into the unsolved disappearance of Trevaline Evans. In 1990, this 52-year-old woman vanished from thin air, leaving behind a life in a community shrouded in confusion. The day began normally. Trevaline opened her shop at its usual time, greeting customers and chatting with friends who dropped by. There were even plans for a night out with colleagues. Everything seemed relaxed and happy. Around lunchtime, things took a turn. Trevaline left a note on the shop door, a simple message saying she'd be back in 2 minutes. A well-dressed man was seen talking to her just before this, but he vanished without a trace too, never to be identified. Here's where the story gets even more puzzling. Even though Trevaline left in a hurry, it seems she might have returned briefly. A banana skin was found in the shop's bin, hinting at a quick stop. But her purse, car keys, jacket, and even some fruit and flowers she planned to take home were all left behind. The last confirmed sighting placed Trevaline near her house at 2:30 p.m. Two unconfirmed sightings followed. One placed a woman matching her description walking out of town, another near the River Dee. Despite a massive investigation, these leads went nowhere. Every house in Yangalan was checked, hundreds of people were interviewed, and countless cars were eliminated from the search. The surrounding area, from the river and canals to mine shafts and caves, was scoured thoroughly, but no sign of Trevaline was ever found. The years that followed were filled with dead ends and frustration. In 2001, there was a glimmer of hope when police reopened the case, with the hope that new forensic techniques might offer some fresh clues. Trevaline's husband, Richard, was even briefly arrested but later released without charge. A composite sketch of the man seen with Trevaline was also deemed inaccurate, raising more questions about what truly transpired that day. The 20th anniversary of her disappearance brought renewed attention to the case. Police even looked into a possible connection to a convicted serial killer active in the area, but that too proved fruitless. Investigators even explored the possibility that Trevaline might have stumbled upon something nefarious, perhaps hidden valuables or criminal activity linked to the antiques trade. This theory, however, could not be substantiated. The financial side of the case also adds to the mystery. No money was ever withdrawn from Trevaline's accounts, suggesting she wasn't planning on leaving or disappearing on her own. This, along with the abandoned belongings in the shop, all point towards a possible abduction. Trevaline Evans' story is a chilling reminder of how quickly a life can vanish. Even in a small, close-knit community like Langalan, someone can disappear without a trace. This case continues to baffle investigators and haunt the memories of those who knew Trevaline. Maybe you've heard something. Maybe you remember a detail from that sunny day in 1990. Even the smallest piece of information could be the key to finally solving this heartbreaking mystery and bringing Trevaline home, or at least giving her family some long-awaited answers. Perhaps someone out there recognizes the description of the well-dressed man last seen with Trevaline. Maybe someone recalls an argument or unusual behavior around the time of her disappearance. Even if decades have passed, human memory can be surprisingly vivid. With a little luck and renewed interest, we can bring Trevaline's story back into the light and finally crack this cold case.